to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 21, and it'll give him the 1st down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. It's Gonzalez. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. A big 30-yard play on third. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This a fairly straightforward. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Mariota now to throw on first down. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They run. Peterson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Peterson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a run with Peterson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll be knocked down sideways. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you want to be known as dependable to your quarterback, that's what you have to do. Go into the middle of the field, know the hit is coming, and catch the football. And that's exactly what he just got done.
And defensively, a little deflating to be able to lay that hit and not have the ball pop free, right?
No doubt about it, because your goal defensively, knock it free so that they say, okay, guess what? We're not going to throw it in there anymore. Now, they'll still continue to be aggressive.
Back to the ground, Peterson. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. And I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Gets around him. And now running right through him. And here now the offense heading back out there. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now back to throw. Room to run past midfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. And they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. He'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And Too-Tall Jones able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. First half in. Okay, let's not waste any more time, or certainly any more of Larry's time. Let's play ball. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Throwing is Mariota. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here's Peterson. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mariota to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Running for it, here's Peterson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They run again with Peterson. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Yeah, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Now Peterson running right. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First down, Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And his first look is incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. It's a first down. Defense showing blitz. Mariota on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
First carry for Adrian Peterson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Again, Peterson. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. A first down throw for Mariota. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Aaron Donald coming up the middle. Gets him there for a loss of about 9. Second down, Mariota. Here's a screen to Powell. And he spins through. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards. And now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. They do go for it. It's Brady. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete right around the 8. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Gun now on third down. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this one is right through. And that will extend the lead to 11-0. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Mariota now on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And the return will stop right around the 25. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was third? Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's... Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he gets in. was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. On the read option, it's Mariota. And he's got some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they've looked like.
And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And that'll be incomplete, but remember, crazy situation here you don't see often. Not 4th down yet, so they will keep possession. And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down. And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give him another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
6-time Pro Bowler Calvin Johnson, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force it.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Von Miller from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Throwing, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. John Fox displeased at how that turned out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. They'll throw now on the final play. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's go!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Shane Leckler now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And look at this, another fake. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg.